every moment that we are able to breathe and live and do this work is a gift. It's part of our purpose. We aren't meant to just sit and do nothing. We aren't meant to be complacent.
Welcome to CEO Conversations, the private practice podcast. I'm your host, Brandy Mabra. This is your one-stop shop to learn the business side of your practice on a deeper level. On this show, we empower you to own your CEO status to scale your practice for growth, sustainability, and profit. Listen in as we talk about how to market your practice to gain more visibility, hire, build, and engage your ride or die dream team, create streamlined operations, and make financial decisions as a CEO. It's time to show up as a confident leader to create a practice and life you love. Let's get started.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of CEO Conversations, the private practice podcast. It's Brandy. And today we are going to do what I call a quick and dirty pep talk. There is nothing wrong with slowdowns. So a lot of times we're getting ready to go into summer. Summer is, especially even for entrepreneurs and a lot of different type of healthcare specialties, summer is a slowdown, right? So there's two big times. There's summertime and the holidays. And people always get scared for it. They get nervous from it. They come from a place of scarcity compared to a place of abundance because visits slow down. They're not prepared for it. They start to amp up, like doing all these crazy activities compared to just showing up and being strategic and intentional and recognizing the opportunity that's in front of you. A few months ago, we were doing renovations in our bathroom. Our actual master bath was leaking into our kitchen. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. But we've gone through renovations, everything's fixed now, but the contractor that we worked with had the most amazing insight. So he asked me like, "How are you doing?" And I said, "Everything's going well. It's busy, but it's slow." And he's like, "Oh, slow." He said, "Oh." He said, "I love slow times." It was just a message from God. I really, really do believe that he speaks through other people, and that is what this was. So I said, "Oh, okay, you love slow times." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Because there's an opportunity to do three things." Three things. He said, "It's an opportunity for you to reflect, reset, and refine." I was like, "Hold on a minute, those are some gems." So I literally went back and grabbed my phone and said, "Tell me more." He said, "Yeah, you do the 3 Rs." And it's just so funny because he's our contractor. He's an entrepreneur, business owner, but he's a contractor. So you can tell that he's definitely done some personal development. He came with like the methodology, the framework, the 3 of the same letters, so the 3 Rs. I was like, "Okay," but he's like, "It is, it is." And he said, "You take some time to reflect. How are things going? What's going well? What's not going well? Where's the opportunity?" He sounded like me, and I was like, "Oh, wow, this is so funny." He's like, "Where's the opportunity?" And he said, "During those times, you need that slow time to be able to do that, right? If you are constantly on the go, you're busy, 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 busy." And I know for the parents that I'm talking to, the kids are out of school and they're home. And so your lifestyle does change a bit. But also, it's still an opportunity for you, especially on the business side, if things have slowed down, to actually sit back and enjoy the time, right? Enjoy the time that you get to spend with your kids, enjoy the time that you get to spend with your family if you're going on vacations, taking the time to be able to go on vacation, before things start to ramp back up at the end of the slowdown. And for the folks who are in the specialties that don't have slowdowns or have a practice where, like, I know last year we had several clients where they were like, we never had a slowdown. And with that, though, paying attention to if the slowdown isn't there, are you giving yourself time still to slow down? So it's a choice. So either bucket that you're in, whether your slowdown is just part of the nature of the beast, or if you're in a place where we don't have a slowdown specifically, then are you finding time to slow down? Because you have to have time to slow down. You have to have time to reflect. You have to have time to think about from a high level where you're not just go, 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 go to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. You have to be proactive in this business. You have to be proactive in order to save yourself time, to have that freedom that you're craving, to be able to make more impact, to make more money, to truly have a lifestyle that doesn't burn you out and is sustainable. You have to take time to reflect. You have to take time to sit down. You have to take time to really pay attention to things. And that was just a beautiful thing when he started talking. I was like, "That's so true. That is so true, and I need to hear this." And so there's some opportunities that you have in the reflection to think about. One of the things would be at home. A lot of times, and I'm guilty of this as well, things will be going great in the business. We're very focused on the business. The business needs to be organized. My schedule needs to be organized. Like all the personal development is all going towards how I'm showing up in the business. But how are you showing up in life? There's two types of systems. Like you do have the business of you, and you are an operational system as a person. So if there's opportunities for you to look at your routines, how you're doing things, your system, your life system, that this is a great time for you to take a beat, to really pay attention to, again, what do I need to do system wise to make things easier? Inside of the business, from a systems perspective, there's so many different processes that we can pay attention to and how we're doing things. And so you don't necessarily have a gift like this when there's less clients, patients coming in the door, when there's more opportunity to look at how things are being done, paying attention to what the team does. During busy seasons, a lot of things can be hidden that aren't working. Team members look more productive than what they really are. And it's nice when you have a slowdown because you can actually take a minute to pay attention. That's really what it's about, pay attention. So for me, during my slow time, I'm all about like, what do I need to do to set myself up personally? And what do I need to do to set myself up in the business? So I've been going back looking at my personal finances, my business finances. That has been a big focus for me for quarter two, and making sure that all my financial processes and systems are set up, that I'm very clear on where my money's going, that I'm very clear on opportunities that I have to maybe generate more money, that personally, what's happening once I get, once I pay myself, where's that money going? How am I handling it? From a personal how I'm treating myself, I've been looking at those processes as well and paying attention to, am I making time to take care of myself? Am I setting myself up to eat the best? Am I really making sure that I'm getting out doing my physical activity, right? Because it's so easy. One of my shortcomings is if I'm busy, the first thing to go would be my workout. I mean, that's the first thing. Like I'll sit and I might get out and maybe walk, but I'm not actually doing a full, workout like I'm used to doing. And weeks will pass, and so I've given even my significant other permission to call me out on it when he sees me just sitting at my desk or doing additional things. And so during the slowdown season, it's an opportunity for you to start to step into the routines you want to have. It's an opportunity for you to organize. It's an opportunity for you to maybe clean out things, right? So we talk about like spring cleaning. My son just graduated and we had his graduation party, and family came over and a lot of people came by to wish him well. And so we took that opportunity to clean up things, to throw old things out. I guarantee you there's probably some closet or drawer that could definitely use your attention. And so during these seasons, it's an opportunity for you to do that as well. So don't beat yourself up over it when you're thinking about like, oh, the money might be going down because we don't have as many visits, or providers are now requesting off, or team members are requesting off. And now we don't have technically the staff that we would have. That's okay. That is okay. What can you do in this season? What is the opportunity for you to come from a place of abundance? So when you're thinking about reflecting, it's an opportunity for you to reset. Reset the bar. So this was the second R that he talked about. Reset things. So as we're going into the summer and the weather's getting warmer, one of my things that haven't been able to really fully concentrate on is running. I love, 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 love running. And my knee has been giving me some problems. And so I do more walking and I'll incorporate like other types of workouts, but my joy is running. Like I've done half marathons and I ran track and I have school records, and all the things. So I love to run. And so part of what I'm working on, even going into the warmer months, because the warmer months are easier for me, is resetting when it comes to my running. What can you reset? What are some things maybe you've had to put to the side that you would love to get back to doing? This is the perfect time to do that. So, what is your reset? Maybe it's trying to get in a place where you're appreciating the slowdown. Maybe it's trying to get into a place where you are treating yourself better. Your self-care needs some refinement. Maybe there's something that's happening in the business that you need to reset. Like maybe there's a thought process that you're carrying that you need to reset, a mindset reset. So reset can mean a number of different things for different people, but what does that mean for you? So how can you reset during this season? And what is that? What do you need to reset? The third thing I kind of touched on is refine. We're all works in progress. Nobody's perfect, regardless of what you see on social media. We all have work that we need to do in this journey. We all have ways that we can make ourselves better and make our practices better, make the business better, make our lives better. Like there's always that, God did not make us perfect by design. We're on a growth journey and we have to appreciate the journey, and I've talked about this before. There's a plaque that's in my office that says enjoy the journey, and it's right in front of my face because every moment that we are able to breathe and live and do this work is a gift. It's part of our purpose. We aren't meant to just sit and do nothing. We aren't meant to be complacent. We aren't meant to not make an impact in the world. We're meant to do big, amazing things. We're also meant to rest, right? So we have to make sure that we're looking at things and looking at like what needs to be refined. If it's a schedule, if it's a workflow, if it's a process, how can we refine it? How can we tweak it? How can we make it better? Is there something that we can eliminate from it? Is it something that we need to add to it? Is there some way, especially with AI and technology, is there something that we can use to make our lives easier? Like what does that look like? What does that look like? What is the refinement opportunity here as we're stepping into this slowdown season? So that is my rant to give you permission during the season to appreciate the gift of a slowdown. Or if you're busy, finding the time to slow down because there's so many opportunities during the warmer months and during the summer months just to do different types of things. And if you can't think of anything, ask ChatGPT. They'll give you so many so many ideas of what you could potentially do, or look at what different festivals or things that might be happening in your community, events. Like, is there any destinational places that you have that you want to go for traveling? I mean, anything like that. It's all possible for you to reflect, reset, and refine. And I'm going to thank Garland for that, our contractor who gave me this insight. As a reminder, we do have Private Practice CEO that is open for enrollment. So if you are struggling with the business side of your practice, wanting to show up as an empowered leader, definitely need help with when it comes to the financial part of your practice, making those decisions. What do I do? Understanding your numbers, or maybe looking at your practice from an operational standpoint, making sure that you are effective and efficient and want to make sure that you're not burning yourself out in the process. Private Practice CEO is definitely for you. So we are doing open enrollment until the 28th. So just for a couple more weeks. We already have applications that are coming in the door, but this is an amazing program. It is definitely set up to give you more structure, give you back more time, help you make more money, show up from a place of empowerment when it comes to your team, and just really helping you to own your CO status. So if this sounds like exactly the remedy for what you got going on and to help you embrace your slowdown, because again, it's all about looking at the foundational things and taking the time. And so during this time, it's actually a great time for our clients because they have time to focus on what exactly the practice needs. So our conversations are always more productive during slowdown seasons compared to when they're just hustling and busy and doing all the things. So I would love to extend that opportunity for you. So in the show notes, there is a link where you can apply. And if you're looking for any kind of additional help when it comes to what do I need to focus on, go back to past episodes. There are episodes on operations, there are episodes on money routines, there are episodes on how to set yourself up to be out of office. If you are part of our email community, you actually got a guide for that. So just make sure that you're enjoying the season. Okay, I will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your week. Bye.
Thanks for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the episode and it empowers you as the CEO of your practice. If you enjoyed the podcast, please make sure you subscribe, share the message, and leave a review. If you want more information and support in growing and scaling your practice, click the link in the show notes to take advantage of our free resources or apply to work with me directly. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.